Awakening just shared some live gameplay footage, some exciting reveals of the map in places we haven't seen before, and they did a really important Q&A that answered some burning questions. Today I am showing off the stream highlights in a handy dandy quick video for your viewing pleasure. Starting with the live gameplay starring the world director and the expert environmentalist. I am not going to try and pronounce the names because I'm really bad at it. We get to see a new ability shown off, a super dash run ability. In this stream, we are taken to one of the many public trading posts out in the world, where there is a special garage for parking your vehicles. You want to do this because when the sandstorm hits, it could damage your vehicle. And by that I mean it definitely will. And it will also damage yourself if you don't get in the trading post fast enough, as the doors will close.
Yeah, you should get inside, Kim.
Yeah.
Inside, we get to see the contracts board where you can pick up quests that give you rewards like Solare and experience. I find it ironic that devs selected the do not open contract. In there, you can see the generic ones and Atreides/Harkonnen themed contracts. In the trading post is also a pilot. This pilot can fly you places like the social hub in the world. Moving on, we get a small base preview with some of the stations and decorations you can get in Dune. You can quick stack resources into chests, which is super neat. I believe we also get a quick peek of the special pre-order sandbike skin called the Dust Rider here in this video. And a view of what the inventory is going to be like in the game. The loadout hotbar looks pretty unique, being in a diamond shape. Do a barrel roll.
Now we're going to meet our lovely Directionara. He's our planetologist, if I can say it like this. He's one of the NPC that you will meet in the game to learn a new skill tree, basically. So you talk to him, and then you do little things for him, and then when you're done, you will be able to unlock a new skill tree that you might not have when you create your character. There's many of them in the world. You will have to find them, and when you do so, you will be able to unlock more skills to diversify your build.
This is the 5th mystery mastery you get in your skill window tree. Out in the world, there are dynamic encounters where groups of NPCs will be roaming and they will pick a fight with you if they see you.
So now we're gonna go to the Vermilius Gap. There's this thing flying in the background. It's a Sardaukar dropship. They will soon disappear because they are only there during the night. They have this massive light, and then if you get caught into the light, you're stunned into place for a little bit of time, and they throw Cho mercenary at you.
We also got a little worm cameo as they were driving across the sand as it awoke the worm. Here we get one of our first looks at the Bene Gesserit skill tree window. There's a bunch of different abilities like the super dash you saw at the start of the video, and different trees that focus on voice ability, body control, and the weirding way. Now we are all equipped, we get to have a broader look into the melee combat in Dune Awakening.
Higher you go in the factions, basically, the harder enemy gets, and they have more abilities to attack you and different weapons. Oh, there you go, got stunned a little bit. But now Camilla has a shield, so he's pretty much invincible to bullets, even though there's a power drain when he gets shot at. But that's a really good way to survive against melee, against range weapons. Camille using the voice right here to attract the heavy. They are big baddies, and they have shields.
Yeah, they're annoying.
And
they're very annoying.
Light machine guns, they're pretty annoying, yes. Because when they don't shoot, they have a shield, so you can't really shoot at them. And they have a lot of bullets.
So very aware that you know more.
So this enemy is a shield, so there's different weapons that are good against that. And they're using a disruptor right there, which is high burst rifle, throw a lot of bullets at the same time, so that's really good to be able to do. And then you can finish them off by how you want. Now it disappeared, which is really good, but Kendall was fighting under the sun earlier, so he got sunstroke, which is one thing you have to keep in mind all the time when you travel during the day. So, and then he was dehydrating extremely fast, and now his hydration is pretty low. So you can see also whenever he shoots, the shield is turned off by default. Because you cannot shoot when you have a shield on you, of course.
After the camp was defeated, we got some loot, and you can see on enemies they drop ammo. And in the cupboards are crafting components. This is one of the sealed up caves you find everywhere on Dune. This one's occupied by enemies. It has a chest of loot and a contract box where you can pick up quest items from. Moving forward, we have a second tier base upgrade with an upgraded sub-thief. In here is a hangar, so it's possible to store your Ornithopters inside. There are special Penty-shield doors for them to go through. There's also a huge storage container called a medium one, so I dread to think what a large looks like. Funcom want you to move around the Dune map, so they've made a handy feature to abandon your base by just using the map. Just make sure to clear out your previous base of all the things you're not using anymore before you do this.
So now it's time to fly.
This, of course, opens up the world even more.
Yes.
So you have a lot of additional opportunities and a lot of additional options now.
So that hole down there, Imperial Testing Station. We have different type. This one is a geological one, so it's more about like old research about mining and resources and different minerals that got abandoned for 10,000 years when spice was discovered. They abandoned a lot of different things, and they've been recently reopened. And then, of course, there's a lot of baddies that are living there now.
Check out this live spice bloom. It's fortunate that they weren't flying above it when it blew up. Let's dig into some treasure. Here's a loot box at the top of the high pillar. There's a lot of loot boxes hidden around Dune all over the world that can contain unique schematics. Here we get a preview of some, including the Buoyant Reaper, which takes up less inventory weight, a las gun, that is an N-tier weapon that shuts off if you're shooting at someone with a Holtzman shield on. The Emperor's Wings, which is a suspensor belt which helps you jump better and hover. A compact compactor, whoa, that reduces the worm's attention. A buggy cut ray that allows you to farm more specific items with your ground car. And finally, Callie's Breaker, which is a mining laser with not too much description on it. The player here is using a survey probe to gather data on the part of the map. Once it's complete, we can open up the map to see it's removed the fog of war and displayed points of interest. Do a barrel roll. If you see fuzzy northern looking lights, this is a radiation zone. The Ornithopter can do some really cool movements up in the air, and it looks super stable to drive. I don't know about you, but when I've flown aircrafts in other survival games, looking at you, Rust, it's generally really hard to control them. So I'm glad these look so smooth to drive around. It also gives us a good chance to admire the biomes and scenery in this area, as they took a poll in this segment.
Camille is scanning for things now. I guess it's time to go.
Yes, so that's the other thing, right? Like, we actually have verticality in the game, so it's not just flat desert, it's on one level.
Okay, here we have a canyon. Deeper. Deeper? Yes, deeper. More elevation. And it was a challenge, because you need to actually get up from this deep canyon as well, right? So we have these platforms that you can drive on, and in the beginning we didn't have that many, so we needed to add more and then traverse between them.
Also, let's talk about, like I mentioned, the difference between, because there's differences between like Imperial Testing Station or a shipwreck.
Yes, I think the biggest part, in fact, that is kind of related to location, but not at the same time, is the Kenley, right? We haven't talked about Kenley. We had it a little bit earlier when we went to the trade post. We were in Kenley Guild Peace. You can see on the top right, there's a Kenley limited warfare. This is the PvE region, and now you're going to see the yellow thing under the compass. When Camille will go closer, the Kenley is going to change to War of Assassin. So every single shipwreck in the game, except the first one, is PvP.
So these are your PvP zones in the world. They have mentioned that the Hagga Basin, which is the map you're looking at, is about 90% PvE. So if you want to PvP, it will be at these or in the deep desert. Speaking of the deep desert, here they're flying into the border of the map with an Ornithopter to fast travel to the Overland map, which is your tunnel way through to other places like Harko village or the deep desert, or back to your home here. In here you can fly around just clicking with your mouse. Just be mindful you'll need fuel and water. You can access points for these to top up though on this map, so don't worry about it. Right here we get a microscopic view of Harko village and a big view of this nudie Harkonnen. For this next section of the live stream, they did an interview with Knut, the music composer, and Ariel, the audio director for Dune Awakening. They had an opportunity to go to Lyndhurst Hall Air Studios, which is a big deal in London, for making orchestral pieces. Allow me quickly to share some clips from their awesome preview video. There was a whole interview of talking to these two chaps. I highly recommend listening to it. It's mainly chatter from here, but we're going to move on to the juicier, more visual things. Let's talk pre-order and monetization. Dune Awakening is not coming out as an early access, which is a big deal, especially considering how many survivals these days come out in early access. Dune will have a season pass. This is not a battle pass. This pass will contain DLCs only. And if you pre-order and you decide to get the deluxe edition or above, you will get the first season pass, which contain the first 4 DLCs releasing to Dune Awakening. If you'd like a more informative video that compares the pre-order packages, you can check it out in the top right, as I made a video about that going over all of that information in detail. It's time to dive into the Q&A section of the stream. I'll let these play out because there were some great questions in here.
Is voice chat available in game? You want to answer that maybe?
It's proximity chat. It'll be, so you'll have to enable it, basically. It'll be disabled by default, but you can go in and enable it.
Will we have controller support on release?
Yes. I think Steam says partial controller support. But yes, the game was built with controller in mind.
Are contracts forced co-op, or can I do them solo?
You can do everything solo. Like 99.9% of the game can be done solo.
How big is Deep Desert? Is it still going to be several zones, meshes, or is population going to be smaller than we expected?
I think it's 576 square kilometers or something like this.
We've said several hundreds, right?
We said several hundreds.
Yes. And that's still the case.
Yes. And yes, it's several
we'll
zones.
See if
There's several servers stuck together. You can cross them seamlessly, and but yeah, it's a vast open sand area.
Will Hagga Basin be full PvP?
No.
Nope.
No.
We did touch on that a little bit when we talked about the shipwreck and the Imperial testing stations. So you will have full PvE areas where you can't be attacked whatsoever. Also important, your base in Hagga Basin won't be able to be attacked.
No.
As long as it has shield up, it won't get destroyed either. Yes.
The Hagga Basin is 98% PvE. The Deep Desert
Yes.
is
So we have the
98%
shipwrecks,
PvP.
and we have the
Is the
shipwrecks
flip,
that
and we have the
are,
shipwrecks.
Like,
That are just a little dip your toe if you want to.
There will be timers for bases to decay, like in Conan Exiles.
Yes. So we have some decay mechanics for the bases. So as long as your base is powered, it is shielded, and as long as it's powered and shielded, you can't destroy it.
Salty Scrampy, that name too.
Salty
People have
Scrampy.
such amazing names.
Salty
Salty
Scrampy.
Scrampy from Twitch asks, can you build anywhere?
The answer is kind of yes. We have places in the game that we made sure that we have what we call no building volumes, because we don't want players to go build on like the Atreides fortress and then build a base on it, you know? We don't want players to build inside or around a trade post and on main roads to make sure that people don't block. But yes, you can build anywhere, including on the sand. Just don't do it. Just is like, when you place the sub-thief, it's Halsman tech. It attracts the worm instantly. So you can build on the sand, but Shai Hulud is gonna num at your base.
Are there wind traps like the ones in Dune 2000?
There are wind traps.
But not like in the one in Dune 2000.
Correct.
Can you attack from the Ornithopter?
Yes, you can. The Ornithopters can be equipped with a rocket launcher module.
You can even stand on the Ornithopter.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was reading the question. I'm like,
Yeah, that's
you
what
can also kind of like it's a sandbox. It's a sandbox game, so you can like Shiga Warrior Claw
Yes.
and stand on top of a Topter
Yes.
with a last gun.
Yes.
And weep.
Will there be different types of ground and flying vehicles?
Yes.
Yes, 100%. We have
Tons of
we call
different
them
ones,
ground
different
cars,
sizes.
but yeah,
Ground
we have
cars, yes.
we have the sandbike, the buggy, and the famous Topter.
And of course, the Harvester. Is there any information for when Dune comes to consoles?
Not right now,
Not right now.
Not yet.
Not yet.
but it is coming. That's what
Yes, it is
absolutely.
coming.
Can speak to private server purchases. Oh, okay. So we are still, we know that private servers is something that the community really wants, the player really want. We know it's very important for the role-playing community specifically.
Yep.
There's a lot of things that go into decisions and technical aspects when it comes to private servers. There's how much can you mod them? Can we allow it to be modded? But then especially our server structure is somewhat complicated, and it needs to be taken into consideration for that as well. So at this point, we are very aware that people want it, and we are actually looking into options. How frequently will the DLCs come out?
There is information about the time frame for them on Steam, I believe.
I think,
so.
yes.
It's every 3 to 4 months.
What happens when you are kill someone within PvP? Do you prop everything? Are bodies fully lootable?
First, you swear a little bit.
First you swear, that's the first thing that happens.
I definitely will.
Then you
Like
respawn, then you try to get
Berserker.
back to your corpse, and then you hope that the other is not there. But
Or
no,
you
it's not.
hope it's there.
Your hope is there, and but no, it's not full loot PvP. In the game, you lose durability, you lose all
Coins.
your spice, all your CAD,
Yep.
Solari, resources, and things like that. There is a thing that can happen though in the game.
There is a thing that can happen that can
Modify that for 1 week.
Important question. Can you pet the worm?
From the inside, yes.
You can tickle, the
try.
pseudo. You can tickle,
You
the
can
pseudo
tickle
from
the inside.
Yeah. What is the maximum size of guilds?
It's 32.
32 now. Yeah, I
32
think that's
now.
what's going to be, yeah.
Yes, because the servers are 40, and I think, or something like that.
32.
You can have
It's
groups
like
of
4
groups.
groups, is it? Like, yeah.
So it's 32.
So it's, yeah.
That's it for this stream highlights video. I hope you enjoyed a quick, snappy preview of the hot moments that happened in the big 2-hour long live stream from Funcom. If you enjoyed today's video, smash that subscribe button to stay in tune with Dune. Either way, thank you for watching, I love you, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye!